This is the remix.
I'm the bunch. Yeah, tell me Jesus of the beginning.
Nations Cup is kickstarting today. So all soccer lovers, I think, are warming up for that today. Then at the same time, for those of you guys that actually invested in MMM, they might like comedians have been saying, so they might declare your New Year day. Yeah. Most of you guys, I was told I've been waiting for today, January 14th, when they will come to the open before you tell your friends happy. So, I don't know, after yesterday, I think some of my friends were saying they alerted them, they're back and something, alright. But I must tell you guys, shine your eyes in the words of Daddy Shogi, yeah? Be alert. Wait for alert first before you make the next move. Because as I this morning, I took a couple of companies saying that they have not been alerted, no help, blah, blah, blah. You know the whole slogan now, if you do MMA. So just be watchful, just shine your eyes. That's alright. With all that happening, I must confess it's a lovely day, it's a lovely Saturday morning. Here's a right here. My name is Sidney Shocker, and you're in for the swell ride for the next 25 minutes or so. Because I'm doing everything absolutely. Up and coming, we shall be talking about because it's become a big part of our lives and the pop culture, popular culture. Yeah, we need to talk about it. After just a week coming up, super fresh, one for the next day on the nation of holiday. Hey, I've got comedy, something to tickle your fancy with, to make you laugh. Before we start all of this, let's have a weekend with this lovely piece coming out from Magnetic Patorangi. Now, this song has an original version, and the original version is, if I get a question. Okay, now, he brought in Patorangi last a couple of weeks back on the remix. Now, Pato is the main guy, so the title change from if I get money to as I get money. I think that's what everybody needs right now, but we need money, man. Everybody needs money. So let's just imagine this is you and I talking as I get money. Things will be happening. Let's go check it out. When I come right back, we shall, kickstart the topic right here, having to do with internet blogging and how much is that affected our lives last week.
Yo, this is the remix.
Good music on the mix.
What's that?
It's your boy Magneto.
Plenty money day. Read this. Yo, this is the remix. Money day. As I get money, I can start to enjoy. I open my company, all my village people now here I employ. Everybody wait on me before. Come they call me your Gabon boy. I marry my girlfriend, reach 2 weeks, now she born boy.
As I get money, I sign big footballers. I sign Mikel Obi. I know ask her how much I paid him in dollars. There's nothing money cannot do. I made Messi go keep her for bonus. If I write exam, I know the border again. I don't care if I come last.
As I get money,
what do you do?
I call my landlord. I tell him to tell me the cost of his property just in one word.
My brother Pato, as I get my own money, I begin to diet. I want to become the next Methuselah. I'm not ready to diet. 150 years is not too much, and that is my target. Rubber, day, 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 rubber, day.
As I get money, I start to import. All the ugly girls with the lucky face one, I start to export. Dangote follow me for Instagram, I think yes, say I the hot. $10 on the para, say he must to carry me go court.
As I get money, I enter Monaco.
Fresh out.
I carry my 3 Igbo wives, Nkechichi and Adako. Unko in the masala, duke kukuzo gidana mpaku. Na so EFCC every day, na me and begin a paku.
As I get money, I go do meeting with NEPA. I give their organ money, they no go take this light again, never.
Nice idea, Patoranki, my brother. The approach is clever. Like rich monk, I dey dash my money on a daily to whoever. Rubber, hey. Rubber, hey.
Okay, as I get money here, so no longer if I get money. I love it. And like I said, right now, no thanks to the ongoing economic recession. I mean, we just can't wait for it to be over, can we? Alright, it's a Saturday show, and I'm just instead of to play the video once again. Now, internet blogging has become a major part, especially last year. You know, I can remember sometime last 2 years, last 3 years, 4 years, nobody knew anything about internet blogging or vlogging applications. Now, when you write blogging, and when you upload videos, it's vlogging, a V-word. And that's my second. It's the big part because everyone catches in on it right now. From artists to normal people, everybody is online. And I think it's becoming an all-common affair. As I've got right here with me, you know, a blogger of repute, she's been doing good jobs when it comes to online blogging. I'm talking about Cecile of Get It Right Nigerian Blog. How you doing this morning, my sister? Good to have you right here. Let me officially wish you a happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year. And I hope you are collecting your MMM
Well, I never invested.
You never
I always love to have my mouth where my money is. So.
That's all right.
I didn't go there one bit. But for those of you that actually dig that way, like I said, today my video is so happy New Year, guys. So just with you guys to go right now. Let's talk about blogging. You know, blogging. You know, like I just said earlier on, it seems to me it became a big part of us last year. 2016, everybody catching the fire. You know. I want to know, what did you think, you know, made it so last year? What did you think about this love, transformation, you know, on internet blogging?
I would actually say blogging came up or became very trendy last year. Some persons have been into the system for very long time.
When I say became trendy last year, I don't mean you the particular.
No, I said
I'm talking about
it didn't become trendy last year.
Okay.
There have been issues reported by bloggers that have held the trend, the media trend, for a while now. And looking back at those who have done excellently well, the bigger boys now, like the Linda, the Nige, Sarah reporters, those guys have been there for longer than many of us, and they've trended before last year. I particularly started Get It Right around 2014, but by 2015 it was already trending. Looking at the issues that trended, especially last year. Last year, that was, let's go back to 2015.
That's last 2 years.
Last 2 years now, this is 2017.
Yeah.
We had the presidential election that was widely covered by bloggers. I think bloggers did a great job with the presidential election.
I would actually say that actually blew it out of proportion and made it known to virtually everybody.
Well, if
all the presidential elections of 2015, I think very people knew about blogging, or you're like, okay, I want to check it up online, because people still call me as a girl, like, no, check the girl, what's happening. Because not all of us, not every one of us know what's going on. Go check it out at the blog or at the vlog or whatever. So can we say, you know,
I think the problem is partly that around here, like you said, blogging is still new to a lot of persons.
Yeah, no, was still new, not still.
It's still to some persons.
No, was still new, because last year, 2016, so many people I knew who will refuse to go online and go check out things online. Okay. We are blogging and vlogging, we're doing so. So I would say I will use the word.
Okay, let me take your word. Was still new, but some persons who claim they don't know about blogging have been on Facebook for as far back as 2010.
Well,
isn't Facebook a kind of blog? Facebook is a blog of its own.
That's to you, because you are a blogger. And in short, that brings me to the question right now. What is blogging? For those of my fans that do what they show right now, might not be able to see it, the word blogging or vlogging as the case may be? Can we just define blogging?
Okay.
Just because, you know, it is a different ballgame from being on social media and blogging. Because, okay, I leave it for you.
Okay, okay.
So what is blogging? Before I end up defining it, you know.
Okay, well, that question is actually necessary.
Absolutely.
Because if you go on Facebook recently, you will notice that most persons have become bloggers.
I'm going there too.
Everybody is forming blogging
Everybody
these
seems
days
to be a
and
blogger right now.
releasing stories, whether they are verified to be
Unchecked
true or not. They just release the story and they all want to be blogger, they want to trend. But there's a huge difference between blogging and being on social media. You can be on social media relating with your friends. That doesn't make you a blogger. For you to become a blogger, you must have a platform that first has an identity.
All right.
Then you work on making that identity known. Call it whatever you want to call it. But it boils down to you relating with the public first and making sure whatever information you're giving out to the public is right. Has been checked, confirmed, verified, and is correct, is confirmed to be true. So that you don't, in a bit to driving traffic, which is a different aspect of blogging now, misinform people, create chaos in society. So there's a huge difference between being on social media and being a blogger. As a blogger, you must have a platform. The platform must have a name. The name must be identified with a face. Because a lot of nowadays, you see a lot of people go online. They create platforms. They say themselves they are bloggers. You can't really trace. You can't really trace.
Why does it seem blogging has become an all-common affair? Because, like you just said, everyone right now tends to be a blogger. I was coming there, and that's what brings to mind the fact that, don't you think this act of blogging that has become a kind of numb to us right now, or is becoming a kind of numb to us right now, a big part of the pop culture, has to be regulated, has to have a body, who has like the lawyers, they have the body, like us, the broadcasters, conventional broadcasters, we have our body. Don't you think it is necessary to check all of this?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Like the media before now, the print media, the television and all of that, they have bodies regulating their activities. And this makes it a lot easier for you to monitor what you do. You had the issue of the Otodola and those pretty girls who practically created a blog, gave it an identity that was not linked to them, and practically used the blog to blackmail people. There have been several cases like that in Lagos. People have been arrested. At Abuja, people have been arrested. And we are hoping that people will become a lot more sensitive. You're dealing with human beings, for crying out loud. What you wouldn't want somebody to do to you, I don't know why you should do to somebody else. Why go on air telling stories that you know are not true just because you're looking for money? And that again is also a factor of society. We are money driven in the Nigeria of today. Everybody wants to be rich. Nobody wants to work for it. You see what is happening with them. People just want to cut corners. They just want it quick. When you tell them go work for it, even the blogging itself, blogging has its own. Blogging is a lot of work. It takes a lot of work for you to do.
So now, what have you done to take on all this?
Like you said, putting a body in place won't be out of place, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. Because blogs are hosted by Google, and Google is not a Nigerian affair.
So that anyone that has to do this has to.
Unless the federal government wants to relate to Google, that will be the only way out.
All right, okay. Let's leave it at that because now it has gotten out of our hands, man. I mean, it's bigger than what
it's bigger. It's bigger than us. It's not a Nigerian affair. It's a Google affair.
People that actually drive with them should be
the federal government.
Now let's talk about that experience. Have you had any so far? You've been,
so far, those who know Get It Right Nigerians will agree with me that as far as we have been on board, we have done our best to make sure that we verify stories to be true before publishing. We have had cases where stories from high-profile citizens were brought to us, and we couldn't report them after our own verification. It's not enough for you to get a story and jump at it. sometimes you have to look at the impact of that story on society, the impact of that story on the person you're reporting against, and then how true. We're not saying don't report story. If a story is true, for crying out loud, report it. There have been stories of violation, human rights violation, involving young girls, involving the less privileged in the society. People have reported it so long as the stories are true.
So going by this,
Yes.
I don't think you have it. I don't think you have any.
I haven't had any. I haven't blackmailed
Okay,
anybody.
yeah, and
I
these-
haven't
and these
reported
have,
anything that is not true.
Okay, and these have actually taken you far away from scandal.
Yes, so far, so far.
Because the likes of super bloggers like Jackie KG, Bella they actually had lots of nice times last year. Have to do with, unchecked reportages and what they do. Well, it's all good. We're talking about scandals, we're talking about, lots of printing online. Brings to mind what I call my top 7. My top 7 dirty Nigerian celebrity fights for last year, 2016. I did play this last weekend. I received almost 100 hits or so, yes, online, asking me and demanding, by popular request, I re-show it on the show. So I'm going to do that right now. So we are going to check it out. I start from number 7 all the way to number 1. And when we come right back, I'll be asking her, because she is a blogger, what her take is on my top 7 dirty Nigerian celebrity fights for last year, 2016. They fought dirty. Nigerian celebrities, they fought dirty last year. Or are you
In
not
fact, last year was their year. Last year
was their year for the fight.
We're even expecting that. We're hoping and expecting
Yes.
that it will escalate to 2017.
But for now, hopefully and thankfully, nothing like that.
Thankfully, it seems like this year is going to be a
It's
peaceful
been
year.
positive
It's
move
gonna
all
be a
the way.
peaceful
So
year.
let's go check it out, man. My top 7, Nigerian dirty celebrity fights for last year, 2016. We'll be right back with my guest in the house, blogger Super. Stick around.
Top Nigerian celebrity fights that shocked us all 2016. These are some Nigerian celebrity fights that shocked everyone last year 2016, both on the internet and on ground. Let's check them out. Kickstarting the list on number 7 is the fight between self-styled musical Taliban Orishefemi and club owner Pella of the hit club in Lagos, Q-Lux nightclub. Though he claimed he was standing up for his homie, Sound Sultan, who was about to be bounced from the club, a statement Sound Sultan denied, claiming it was false. This news hit everyone with a rude shock and left a bouncer of the nightclub losing an eye on that night. Very sad, yeah? That brings us to international Nigerian pop star Wizkid, who is sitting comfortably right here on number 6.
They know my story. From old dog studio, I be hustle to work.
Yeah. Well, this was a very brief misunderstanding that never lasted, but folks believe ruined Dami Crane's musical career after the epic fight they both had at the same nightclub as that of Orishefemi, the Q-Lux nightclub. Seeing this nightclub is very notorious for such celebrity fights, yeah? And it had to do with who was stealing whose musical style and ideas.
The girls, they love my flow. And if you want to spend my dough, come join body and let's go.
Could we have had a fun-filled year without some little Davido moments? I doubt.
Like, I wouldn't call my music Afrobeat. I call mine Afrofusion.
Now, this was a very well-celebrated beef between Davido, his baby mama, Sophie Mamadou, and his in-law, Dele Mamadou. To the extent, Davido used it on a song titled Osinachi, the remix. by Humble Smith.
My humble father, Sinachi. My loving daughter, Sinachi Mo. My baby mama, Sinachi. Dele Momodu, Sinachi Mo. No be by force to go Dubai. I been waiting cause the fight. And I just did my own, they laugh, yeah. Because it got the day my side. They want to take away my favor. They want to spoil my career. And they don't say I get the flavor. You fit tax in Abania.
Well, it had to do with who should have the custody of their only child, Imade, the Dubai trip that was aborted by the Nigerian airport authorities in Lagos, and lots more. Though at press time, they seem to be cool, hence this fight is right here on number 5. On number 4 is the duo of Peter and Paul Okoye, well known to each and every one of us as P-Square. And boy, did these guys really fight last year? Oh yeah, they did. The fight was crazy, dirty, and very, very OMG. Oh my God.
P-Square. Convict music.
Maybach music.
No one saw this coming, but unfortunately, it did. The fight was so intense, everyone predicted they were actually going to break up for good. But surprisingly, they both beat us to it. They're still very much together, touring, doing music, and we just hope that they don't pull another fast one on us this year, 2017. We're still counting down the top 7 celebrity fights that shocked every one of us last year, 2016. And that brings to mind the dynamic couple, Tiwa Savage and husband, Till Bees, right here on number 3.
Baby, you too much,
Woo! This fight was dirty, insane, and got everybody talking and taking sides. Well, their wedding was done in Dubai with lots of glees and glamour, but couldn't stand the test of time. With all those goodies, the wedding fell apart like a pack of cards.
I have never cheated on my husband.
Barely a year after, from Instagram rants to suicide attempts, this fight was sick. But at press time, we are told they are working tirelessly just to come back together and move on. All the best, lovebirds. Who's the number 2? Woo! Oh yeah, let's find out.
You cannot come in my way. I'm far away from you. Nobody come in my way. Jah always get away.
Same old trending star boy. Yeah, Wizkid. Who was actually on number 6 initially, right here on this countdown. This time with super internet blogger Linda Ikeji. This fight was so sick, it attracted the attention of the then Lagos State Police Commissioner after countless threats to life, both from Wizkid and Linda Ikeji. Oh boy, who could forget this epic fight? Though both folks do everything possible right now in order not to cross each other's paths, the fight, consumed with emotions, died a natural after an undertaking was signed between both Linda Ikeji and Wizkid at the Lagos State Police Commissioner's office in Lagos. And that paves way for the number 1 celebrity fight of all time last year, 2016. Roll the drums!
You know, Adekule Gold, let's be honest, this award belongs to Lil Kesh because Lil Kesh is our next rated artist. Fuck that shit! Baba Yaya! Street is takeover! Every single was a hit back to back. From lyrically to Shoki to FS Joku, could it die for anybody?
Egbon Molamide, if you want the car, come and collect it. God bless you.
The epic fight between Olamide and Don Jazzy at the Headies 2015 New Year's Eve ushered us into the new year 2016, and believe me, you redefined the entire year entertainment-wise.
Oh my God, my top 7 Nigerian celebrity fights last year, 2016, and did they really fight dirty? What do you think?
Last year was the year of craziness for Nigerian celebrity.
Everybody brought it up.
Everybody.
Do you think it was so because they knew they had the avenue now to actually vent without being seen or heard or something?
I think they were more practical than just having an avenue. It was more than just having an avenue.
Okay.
Some persons have kept something bottled up for too long. And it was time to let it out.
And thanks to you guys, the bloggers, man, for making that happen. Now, is there anything you would love to see change this year when it comes to internet blogging?
Okay, on my a lot has to change on as far as internet blogging is concerned. If bloggers want to be serious, I think it's time we sat down and put our houses together. We should work on verified story. That is my own aspect first of all. Not people are reporting junk and it's not letting the system.
Okay, and talking about verified stories, man, let's go down to what I call my gist of the week. If my page is ready to hit it, so we can bring it on what I have in store out there. Very, very verified. Just a week. Boom! And alright, this morning is not like none other than Tonto DK, yes, who surprisingly, as of this morning, has actually, okay, Tonto DK Churchill got married last year, yeah? But surprisingly this morning has updated her status on Instagram, and it simply now just goes Tonto CDK. I was wondering what the C was for. I thought it was still Churchill until she actually told me it was charity. It's great. Well, the news is this, right? She apologized to her colleague in the acting business, Mercy Johnson, over a very unguarded statement she made about one of her kids last year, sometime in 2013 or 14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and she actually wrote out a lengthy apology letter, you know, on Instagram, and I quote, I'm just going to edit it. Ever since I had my child, I have been reminded constantly about an ill statement I made about one of your kids a very long time ago. I want to use this medium to say I am so sorry. I sincerely do apologize from the bottom of my heart. I had no right to say what I said. I totally disgraced myself with that, she said. As a mom, I now do realize a lot of things I take in because of the love I have for my child. And I know the same happened to you while I insulted you. You took them in without no qualm. So it went on and on and on. It's so lengthy. I can't really, you know, read all of them out to you right here. And at the same time, we hear how marriage is having crisis. Cecil, you're a blogger. How true is this? Talking about betting stories now and confirmed reportage. Is it true or not true?
Well, we are still waiting for the couple to tell us.
To tell us.
The truth.
What else will she tell us when she has actually gone to update her?
Well,
status
all of that is still speculation.
Still speculation.
Still
all right.
speculation.
So
we don't want to put words in there.
All right. So fingers crossed, and we're waiting, you know, to get the story confirmed before we make it official right here. Chelsea, I must thank you so much for coming through and being part of the show. I had to wake you up as early as 5 this morning just to get you prepared for the show. Thanks so much for obliging me. Right here. This is how we wrap it up. I mean, time is not our friend of the show, but not to forget we're on Go TV channel 107, and you can download our app anytime, any day on www.itvradionnigeria.com/live and check out what we do down here every day. I think you have to say the simple show. So once again, thanks so much and happy new year. Then for you guys that actually waited today to get your money back from MMM, thumbs up. Happy Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Tomorrow Sunday is going down. Soccer lovers, congrats, man. Football will start today. I'm Sydney. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
This is ITV. Certainly the best.
We at LAPO are committed to poverty eradication. We equally believe that the battle against poverty requires the effort of everyone.
We are saying now, trafficking is evil. Do not allow any of your children in the relation to be trafficked.
Hello, welcome to Bridging the Gap on Sabina Idu, and I have with me Dr. Paul Okoje. You are welcome to the program, sir. Dr. Okoje is on the